Alright guys, this is for Stampede 2 a drive review. Um, it's hard to say, but since I don't have all the great stuff, because I only have front shocks, um, you know how like the wrong hex hubs, random hardware, a motor, and ESC that came off my SC10, no body. Sometimes body makes a difference in handling. Um, so it's kind of hard to give it a review. But what I can say so far is two main things I do kind of hate. And one thing is, well, this. Well, when you have suspension that's stiff in the rear and soft in the front, what happens is when you go on a turn and this thing kind of dives down, and say you're turning right, and then this thing kind of dives down, it traction rolls in the rear. Oh, actually, that's what traction roll is. And then another thing that I hate is understeer. Yep, understeer. When you have self suspension in the rear and stiff on the front, which I currently now have right now, is understeer. I go full lock steering and it does like a big circle. It does a big round circle. I hate that. Those are two things I hate about the Stampede. I really hate it so much. Maybe when I get trencher tires and maybe when I get big bore shocks that have front and rear, and then when I get into G springs, and then maybe it'll be alright. Well, who knows? I don't know. Or I might just get Traxxas green springs because those are a bit softer, so I could just use preload spacers instead of using into G springs, because if you use preload spacers on them, they'll become really, really stiff, and I don't like really, really stiff. I hate it. Um, this motor you can see, even though it came off my SC10, and also the weird thing I found out about this motor, whenever I overheat it, it acts like a nitro. What I mean is, when you hit the throttle, it does not go. Then when you tap it and make the tires spin, and then when the motor tries to spin, then you hit the throttle, then it will go. So, even though it's not against the Stampede, but it's just something. Oh, this motor never overheated on my SC10 and overheat on this truck. I have a 16 tooth pinion gear and 86 spur. Maybe it's because my hex hubs, because they are the wrong ones for this. I mean, I don't know. I'd rather have wrong aluminum hexes than heavy plastic ones, because big tires and a heavy truck equals stripping wheels. And another thing I just kind of don't like is very flimsy body mounts. You know how like Traxxas goes, they break. They're annoying, they always break no matter what. But the one thing that never seems to break or have issues with people is the skid plates. Yeah, this is what takes most of the damage. I got my suspension a little bouncy because trying to use all my 30 weight oil I got left. I only have like very little left. And also the springs are not right for this vehicle. Once you get big bores and then put different springs on there, then it'll be good to go. So the motor overheating issue, it's mostly the truck's fault, but at the same time it's my hex hub's fault, because this motor and this motor I should say never overheated on my SC10. So temperatures you may be watching sometimes. And plus, these cash blocks always need to go in the garbage, especially with this monster truck, cam links, and all that. Now for the good things. Good thing is, it goes over grass really well, except for tall and thick grass. Maybe when I go brushless and get trencher tires, it might do a bit better. And people always complain about these tires. They're not bad. Heck, did you guys see my tires? And you seen what my car's done with bad tires? These things are much better. God, people complain. You're not bad. Or less when I get brushes, maybe these serves my effective. But when I do get brushless, I think the understeer might help it because when you have low torque, it tends to push a lot in turns. So when I get brushless, it might have so much torque where it might have somewhat a little oversteer. Which I always prefer oversteer than understeer. No matter what car I have, I always prefer oversteer over understeer. And then, of course, with the older models, I am going to get 2.4 gigahertz radio. I mean, I never had issue with this too much, but only on really long range, and when my AA batteries are low, then it really affects it. I mean, it's good, but once I get all the upgrades I need, it will be a little better. I mean, this is just how it drives mostly. Then when I get brushes, a couple upgrades, I'll do another review. And then when I put more upgrades, I'll do durability review. But right now, the way it sits is not looking too good. So that's it, guys. Chevy RC, peace.